Well, good evening, and thank you for tuning in to the first week of many on CAN TV. We want to thank those at CAN TV for making this opportunity possible. Of course, it is our pleasure to continue to come to you each week from Fathers Who Care, and we thank CAN TV and all of the staff, Jeremy, Amari, Dave, Terrence, Sylvia, all of you good people, for making this broadcast possible for so many years. And of course, we'll be Fathers Who Care. This is the first of a series of weeks that we'll be on the show. We'll be doing it here from July to August, September.
Yep.
So we'll be running some shows weekly, and in these shows we will be talking about various different concerns and that we have, and various different individuals will be coming on to talk about some of the good work that we're doing here with Fathers Who Care and the Westside Community Stakeholders and our West Garfield Park Youth Council. And as you already probably know, the council had been meeting last week, sharing a lot of good stuff on the line. They've been talking about some of the activities that they've been involved in, and I want to thank you all for taking on the torch, because knowing it's been a task to get some of these young folks actively involved here in the city of Chicago. But we thank God that these young people have taken upon themselves, in spite of, to keep on doing the good work. I'm going to speak about some of the good stuff they do as you pass the torch to me this evening.
Yep.
We're going to talk about some of the good things you all have been doing, particularly you all just graduated from the Chicago Yacht Club.
Mm-hmm.
We had started off with about, I think, 10 of you all, 10,
Yeah.
11 of you all participating in weekly CPR training.
Yeah, CPR, AED,
AED,
learning about the water, the different
water,
parts
knots,
of the boats.
boats,
Yeah,
the
how to
part,
tie the knots,
all of that good stuff.
Yep.
And so we want to thank Ann and the captains, you know their names, Captain Stafford, Jerry, and some of the others who made that possible. And so right now we got the young folks waiting, hopefully some of them, to become part of the deck crew.
Mm-hmm.
But we also are just thankful that you young people continue to weather the storm. You all are now embarking upon another week where you all have opportunities available to do the internship program.
Yep.
We want to talk about that this evening. I think I have some information you allowed me to bring out on that.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk about some of that good stuff. And then we also want to talk about some of the other things that you guys are doing on Thursdays. Every Thursday at 4 o'clock,
Yep.
you all have your weekly leadership meeting where the young people come together through Zoom and in person to talk about some of the things that you young people are dealing with. So I'm going to start the show by saying again, thank you all. Thank you for the work that you all been doing. And now tonight we want to focus specifically on a couple of topics. One of the topics we want to focus on in dealing with young people is how to address some of our youth mental health, employment, training, and immediate concerns on the west side of Chicago.
Yeah.
We've had a series of different activities that you guys have featured last week. We're embarking upon strengthening the west side mental and behavior health task force. We're strengthening the youth council initiative. We're strengthening, hopefully, this recruitment for you young people. It's been rather difficult this summer with young people going through the things that they've been going through, but we're in it now, so we want to encourage those young people who are out there between the ages of 13 to 24. The 13-year-olds, we want to put you into, of course, the youth leadership group. Those from 16 to 24, we want to encourage you to participate in our young adults intern and leadership program, job readiness, job development, and we like to encourage those agencies who may be watching that if you have young people between the ages of 16 to 24, and you're able to train some of these young folks for anywhere from 12 to 15 hours a week, we would like to work with you and to also work with some of the governmental agencies to bring additional weekly stipends to those young folks who are in your care and in your agency. For more information, you can give us a call at 773-287-5821. If you really have some young people and you're really trying to find some activities to engage these young people in, we're letting you know that we will support the agency, your agency, with some of your concerns with these young people. And we will also do our due diligence to keep them in the loop with other opportunities that may be able to provide them with some stipends, placement, and assignments. Is that fair?
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you this question. Who is Vernisha? I'm saying Hanisha. Who is Hanisha, and what moves you? What are some of the things that really inspire? You young people, as y'all grow up, y'all have a tendency to start to developing yourselves. And y'all start to seeing things in a different light. Y'all start to being encouraged by different things. But I want to inquire with you, what is it that are motivating you to want to live your best life? What's motivating you to stay drug free? What is motivating you to keep on getting up each day and saying, I'm going to go out there and do my best, and I'm going to go out there and do and seek out my best options? What motivates you to do that?
Really myself and my own health, cause I want to put my health, my physical and mental health before anything, and I'm not gonna do that by taking drugs to try to ease it away, because it's not gonna do that. I myself know exactly what I need to be better, so all I could do is put that step, like keep going forward and trying to get myself back together piece by piece, and not trying to tear myself down by using drugs, because that's all drugs are gonna do.
Well, I'm gonna come back at you on that question, because I want to impose some things. First of all, you are part of the West Garfield Park Youth Council, so you are a youth leader.
Yep.
You are part of some of the positive activities and engagement that we're doing. You've been involved in it for some time.
Yeah.
You have also been involved with other people working together to really bring a different change to what we're doing. So we want to encourage you to keep doing the good work that you're doing, but also, why would you encourage other young people to be involved in positive programming through the council that you are working with, you're a part of as a youth council vice president, and tell us why you feel that young people should be in structured programming, and that young people should take advantage of some of the things that you guys are in, the yacht club, the Zoom meetings, the leadership meetings, the anti-violence movement, the outreach on the street. Why should young people join an organization like what you're doing? Because sometimes you can be in it so long that you think that just is just a way of life, which it is, all right? But why would other young people why would you encourage them to do it?
I would encourage other youths to do it because it's a positive and healthy environment, rather than being out in the streets or doing things that aren't fundamental to your future, or something that isn't going to impact your future in a positive way. Putting yourself in places that has good energy, people who wants the best for you. Is like, if they want the best for you, then their intentions are good, and they're giving off that type of energy, and that's the type of energy that you need to be around to keep your energy clean. Because if you're around all the negativity, you're gonna be what you're surrounded by. Just like you are what you eat. You have to be with people who want the best for you. Because if you're with people who just want you to do bad things and go deeper and deeper into the life that no young person should have, it's like their intentions aren't as good as you might think they are. So I feel like that's why kids should do it, and they find new interests. Even if you're the type to where you grew up in that life on the streets and stuff, then it's like you go in here and you could find they give out plenty of opportunities for you to go and see. Oh, I actually like that. I never even knew that was provided to me. I never knew that I could get access to that. But when you go out and see it, I might want to do that in the future. Or I might want to do that in the future.
Right.
You don't have to know what you want to do in the future to get to these different programs.
So you're talking about options.
Yeah, like you don't have to go in with a set plan for your future. You might go in and you might find something that's actually interesting to you, and you might actually want to pursue a career in it. So that's why I feel like it's really important for you to get into these programs.
So I'm gonna take a liberty right now, because we do know that you young people really have to go through a lot to just try to find yourselves, try to figure out what you want to do in life, and then trying to navigate through some of the social issues that you deal with in the community. I do believe, and I've been around a while, I do believe it really takes a lot of patience for elders to provide ongoing intervention to young people. Some people talk it, but they not
They
walking
don't do it.
Yeah, they say what the young people need, what the young people need, what the young people need, but then when it's time to reciprocate and provide that form for young people, they don't do it.
Yep.
So I just want to bring it to you. What would it take for young people who are really trying to find a positive environment? What would it take for them to become a part of your youth council, the West Garfield Park Youth Council annual intern program? How can they get additional information? Who could they contact, and how can they become a member?
To be a member, you have to be at least 13 years old, and you can contact us at 773-287-5821, and you can ask for Miss Princess, or if you want, you can ask for the president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council, and they can give you more information about joining the West Garfield Park Youth Council.
Yeah, and I think it's important that young people have opportunities. But why do you feel that you are a leader, and why do you feel that it's important for young people to mentor or to provide peer leadership to other young people? Yeah, we I'm just being frank with you, right? Sometimes when you get older, some older folks just don't have the patience.
Right.
They may have had it in the past, but they don't have the patience as they get older. And I understand that. So that's why I think it's always important that elders have some kind of image in the lives of young people, but you also allow young people to have the opportunity to mentor and provide leadership or peer leadership to other young people, because it's like a certain language that you guys speak. I try to get in it every now and then. I look so crazy sometimes because I be trying to say some of the stuff that y'all be saying. I'll be like, man, what is wrong with you? And then y'all put me on blast because sometimes y'all have me saying stuff that's old.
Yeah, they do be telling you about the old stuff.
Yeah, I'll be trying to say, thinking I'm hip with you all, and you all be giving me certain stuff to say that's old, they don't even use no more.
Like a long time ago.
Yeah, but it's fun though. I enjoy it because it gives me the opportunity to break kind of break down the barriers and kind of to bridge that intergenerational gap.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little older now, and so my patience, I still have it.
Yeah, you do.
However, I just can't relate to a lot of the other stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff that's going on in the neighborhood now with young people, I'm really hurt behind, every time I watch the news and I hear all of this stuff going on with these young people, I really get kind of saddened because I keep saying, because now I feel like you all are actually addressing some real serious issues that are affecting your behavioral health. And I think sometimes that you all are becoming desensitized. And so I'm really trying to work with some people to bring some real clinical intervention to young people and elders like ourselves, because I don't think we really understand the plight of young people.
Right.
But young people are speaking.
Yeah.
And so I'm just trying to provide an opportunity with young people, that young people would have a forum and elders would have a forum that we can interact and bridge the gap. Yeah. So I want to ask you a question. If you had to talk to some elders right now and you was trying to get elders to really kind of be open-minded enough to listen and relate to young people, what would you tell them that would encourage them to open up to listen to what young people are saying?
To let them know that we're speaking but not verbally, and since we are speaking verbally, that is the cause of everything that's going on the news and why kids are resorting in gun violence or in drugs and stuff like that. Like, I would tell them that because we don't speak, we're not going to speak verbally, and since we don't, it's like, okay, they're not saying anything, so we're going to ignore it. I would tell them, like, okay, but you have to look out for, like, signs, or if they don't want to talk about it, like, they shun themselves down, or they, like, putting a wall between them and you, and that's what's causing the bridge from the older generation, our generation right now. They, like, as soon as they hear that a older person want to talk to them, they shut down, they put a wall in front of them, and they don't talk about it. And I'll tell them, like, that's it right there. Them not wanting to talk about it is the problem. But it's not a problem, but it's like, that's what y'all see, y'all hear, oh, I don't want to talk about it, and then move on. But then they result in doing it in other type of ways.
We had a meeting a Saturday ago, and we really kind of tailored it as a youth summit.
Yeah.
To bring young people together but it was strictly for the young people to have an opportunity for young people to communicate, and for some of us elders to sit back and listen to what you all were communicating on. I did see, and I did kind of see how easy it was for the elders to just jump in there and take it over.
Yeah, really.
And then how it literally shut the young people down. Because the young people really wasn't trying to argue with the elders. They were really trying to voice their concerns, and was talking about gun violence, was talking about substance abuse, was talking about the level of mental health, was talking about different things that's going on in the community. Young people were really sharing some of their concerns. And I heard some of the elders, and I can kind of understand it if that's your child, but when you're talking to other children and young people are young people, and they're trying to voice their concerns, it ain't your way or the highway.
Right.
Either you want to listen to them and communicate with them, or you don't.
Exactly.
And so I saw how some of them didn't particularly like the flow and left.
Yeah.
But then I saw how when some of them left, when some of the elders left, they didn't want to, listen to what the young folks was talking about. Then I saw how the young folks were starting to open up more.
Yeah. When those people who wasn't allowing them to speak.
Right.
Because when they in an environment where they feel like it's people who aren't concerned or care about what they're gonna say, they're not gonna talk because they feel like what they have to say doesn't have any type of value. So when those people leave the room, they're left with people who actually want to hear what they have to say, so they feel like what they're saying is being spread throughout the whole room, and not just certain people is listening to me and other people are just shutting me out. They don't want to feel like that. So when those people leave, it makes them open up more because they feel like, okay, more people are listening to what I have to say, and that's exactly why I'm saying what I'm saying, so that everyone hears me.
Well, this is Fathers Who Care, and we thank you for tuning in to this weekly program, broadcast, and we want to encourage you to tune in each week until June, July, August, right?
September. Yep.
So we'll be doing it every week, same time. We got a few minutes more, actually some minutes more, and we encourage you all to call in to the show. We'll try to get these mics up and going, but if you need additional information about Fathers Who Care, log on to the website at fatherswhocare.org, or you can also give us a call at 773-287-5821. 773-287-5821. We're talking specifically with young people tonight on what can we do as elders to continue to engage and empower our young people while also providing our young people with opportunities to live their best lives. I mean, the basis of what we are trying to do as elders. Thank you, Sharon, for tuning in. God bless you so much. Keep tuning in to us and share the video, share the post, share the love. Give us some likes, give us some love. We want to really work together with you young people to do what we can as elders. I hope everyone feel this way. I really do. To work with you guys to promote a safe, healthy, and drug-free community.
Yep.
I do know now with the legalization of alcohol, drugs, and other things that's going on in the neighborhood, access behaviors to substances, alcohol, and other. It's rather easy now for young people to get anything they want and have access to anything they want.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm trying to figure out how do we continue to talk with our young people who are not currently chemically dependent, or those who may be chemically dependent and don't really want to be chemically dependent, but are doing it because of peer pressure. How can we get our young people, because it's inadvertently going to impact them one way or the other, especially when they go get jobs.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not speaking against nobody, but I do know when we was working with some folks to kind of get some folks on boats and things of that nature, some of the folks felt slighted because they couldn't take the test.
Right.
Well, that's what happens when you have to go someplace and people gonna give you a drop. And a lot of jobs now are dropping people to make sure that you're chemically dependent. I mean, that you're not chemically dependent, and that you can do a job without being under the influence, all right?
Yeah.
So how can we continue to encourage these young folks who are not engaged in illegal substances, not to get engaged in illegal substances? But now, even with that, of course, they legalize marijuana for recreational use.
Yeah.
It used to be for municipal or medical, but now it's accessible. So now they not only can get it at these dispensaries, they can get it on the street all over. So how can we encourage these young people who really just trying to escape? How can we encourage them to continue to do right and not necessarily lean on these substances?
We just have to show them that it's someone else out there that's listening to them, cause you know, and if they're with the people who's peer pressuring them, they are not going to they're not going to be like, okay, I'm not gonna do it. They're gonna keep doing it just because of the group that they're with, and if they get used to doing it, they're gonna keep doing it when they are with them.
Is it hip to them or something?
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Honestly, yep, it is. To a lot of people, they only do it because their friends do it and stuff like that. Like they don't really want to do it. So it's like when they put in.
They don't feel that it's harmful or nothing, correct?
Wait, I'm sorry. Say
harmful. It's not harmful.
Yeah, they don't think it's harmful.
Okay.
They don't. They just think, oh, I'm just gonna have this feeling for a while, and I'm gonna keep doing it to get the feeling again and again and again. So they don't really.
But tell me what young people are doing now, because young people are kind of out there doing a whole lot of stuff these days, right? Mm-hmm. What are some of the things? Okay, let me just start with it. Young people are smoking weed, right?
Yeah.
What do they call it? We called it back in the day weed. We still call it back in the day weed. We call it marijuana. We call it cannabis. Yeah. What do young people call it?
That's what they call it.
They call it the same thing?
Yeah.
I thought they call it like dro, or they call it...
Oh, yeah, they call it like za and OG and that's all I know. I don't really know about that stuff too much, but that's really what I be hearing.
Okay, and then some places it's like an open market.
Yeah. Where
people literally in the middle of the streets doing it. How do you all feel about that? Or do that even matter?
I don't know. It's nothing I could do, but just I don't know.
So how you feel in your neighborhood when you see that your neighborhood that folks can literally, with reckless abandonment, be on the street, and they can be out in the open market just selling in the middle of the street? Mm-hmm. Do you feel that's the new way, or that's the mode of operation for young people today?
Yeah, that is the operation for them now. Since it's legal, it's like if the police come by, it's like, oh, this is legal. Like you can't tell me not to do this, or you can't tell me not to sell it. So it's giving them more of a open path to keep on doing it and continue it.
Okay, so let's talk about this. I think I asked you this a while back. Mm-hmm. You know, what is something that you want to do when you get older? I remember you was talking about, of course, being a youth leader. You are that. Mm-hmm. I know it's hard sometimes, when you have to be responsible for some of the other young people, but that comes with the territory, all right? Mm-hmm. It's my hope that we can impart on you or empower you just to continue on and don't lose faith and just continue to keep pressing, because young people, they kind of have a short life expectancy when it comes to empowering other young people. Mm-hmm. I figure when they get certain ages, they be thinking about the money. Yeah. We have young people that's been with us and then they moved on and matriculated, some went to college, some did this, some that. But then when it comes to coming back to provide that intervention to the other young people, they don't do it as much as they should do it. Yeah. Because now they got older, they got their own careers, they possibly have gotten married or got children or going to college or something. How can we keep those other folk who've come through the program, who've been blessed to receive some of the benefits, how can we keep them engaged? What do we need to do to keep them engaged to empower other young people? Like you. How can we keep
just my age?
Yeah, your age and older. Mm-hmm. In order for you to continue to enjoy something, it's got to be something interesting to you, right?
Yeah, it do.
So how do we keep you interested and then keep these other young people interested without always having to talk about we got a stipend for you, or we got you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's really just based off everyone's morals and what they find significant and what they find insignificant. Mm-hmm. Because if you tell me, oh, we're gonna there's no pay, it's just voluntary, we're going out and we're gonna feed the homeless or give clothing to the homeless, I wouldn't be like, oh, is y'all finna pay me? I would just look at it like, okay, I'm finna go help somebody. Mm-hmm. So it's like if other people look at it that same way, that's how we can keep them in, by telling them that they're helping someone.
Okay. Well, that's what we've done. Mm-hmm. And we continue to do. I mean, we'll be having another group. We'll be on July 27th. If you're interested, get in touch with Fathers Who Care. We're going to be doing a summer health series on the block. And we're going to be on Madison Street, different places like that. And we're going to be engaging folks, providing healthy eating habits, engaging folks with opportunities for different screenings and all of that other good stuff. And we want to encourage those of you who are interested in some of the activities to do to give us a call at 773-287-5821. Log on to fatherswhocare.org. God bless you all. We thank you for tuning in, and we pray that you continue to do the best you can to empower someone less fortunate than you. It has been nice. It's been good to hear from you, to see you. Tune in next week. We look forward to seeing you. And listen, bless somebody. God bless you, and good night. We'll see you soon.